Welcome to Toffee TV. It is my three things. Crystal Palace 2, Everton 3. Sounds lovely. It sounds lovely to talk about a win. That scoreline where Everton have won the game. It's great. This was a big win for Everton today. Tough place to go. Crystal Palace. We've obviously the victory now. We've narrowed I think it's a point now between the two teams, which is a big thing for us. And to score 3 goals on the road is brilliant as well. So delighted with the victory today. And you know, I think I said in the week, if we end up taking 4 points this week, you know, we took a point against Brighton and then 3 today. Going into the international break, I think that's since we come back at 7 points out of 12, which is a great return for us. And it is lovely when you go on the international break and you've won the game. You do have that couple of weeks. We've got just over 2 weeks till we face Manchester United at Goodison, who again, there's nothing to be worried about really. United got some great players and they could well come and beat us at Goodison, but I think we can beat them as well. So there's nothing to worry too much about there. And we can have this couple of weeks now to just reassess, because we then go into a crazy busy period coming up to the Christmas period. So delighted with the victory today. First thing I'm going to talk about is Vitali Mykolenko, who was my man of the match today. I think since he got back in the side, I think he just got better and better each week. And I think what we're seeing now, or what we saw last week, and we've seen it again today, is him starting to add a little bit more going the other way. You know, I think what he tended to do on a lot of occasions, like last week for his goal against Brighton, he wins the ball on the halfway line in a 50-50, and then he follows the ball. He follows the run and makes the run into the penalty area. Lo and behold, the ball comes to him, strikes it with his right foot. It gets blocked. It comes back to, his left foot comes back and he hits it with his right foot, and we take the lead. And today, it is the opening minute, but he's one who has a shot on the edge of the box with his right foot, and it gets blocked and it breaks to Abdoulaye Doucoure. He slides it wide to Jack Harrison. Harrison dinks it across and Mykolenko bullets the header in. That's him getting into that danger area again. And that's what I want to see more and more of. I think a 1v1 defender, I've always said this, he's very good 1v1. When he's got a task to focus on and a wide player to focus on, he's very good. He had a scrap today. He was up against Ayew. It was a good battle between them two, but I thought he did very well. And that's what I want to see for Mykolenko going forward, continuing this. The second goal today is him striking the ball on the edge of the box, hits the post. This is what we need. The more we get at that, the more it's going to lead to goals. This is what we did have with Leighton Baines. It's what we had with Lucas Digne. I'm not putting Mykolenko in their level of, because I just think they were better footballers. Ironically, I think, well, not ironically, I think Mykolenko's a better defender than the pair of them. Baines was great, but he was brilliant all round. He was amazing going forward, Leighton Baines. But as a defender, he was decent, don't get me wrong, but I think Mykolenko's a better, like, 1v1 defender than what Baines was. Baines going the other way, it's never even going to be up for question. But if Mykolenko can add to that and do what he's done the last couple of weeks and continue that going forward, then that gives me hope that he's going to keep developing. We definitely need to bring another left back in to push him. We haven't really got another one. Ashley Young he plays every week. He was all right today. The manager clearly wants him in the team, and he's keeping our other attacking fullback out at the moment. So that's something that Patterson's got to work on. But I think for Mykolenko, keep doing what he's doing, keep getting forward, keep helping, build attacks, keep getting in the right areas. And you know what? That'll help us massively. It's helped us the last 2 games, hasn't it? So hopefully he'll keep that going. I'm delighted for him. Second thing I want to talk about today is Everton's away form, which is very, very good. It's 3 away wins now this season, which is really good for us, more than it has been for a few seasons. Since Sean Dyche came in, I think Everton have got, it's 4 defeats. I keep saying think a lot, don't I? Just realised that. It's 4 defeats in all the games he's managed us away from home. And that shows a resolute nature that he has built and instilled in the team. And again today, it was 3 wins on the run in London. Okay, it's 9 out of 12 points, the last 4 away games. In fact, if you include Sheffield United, so since the Villa game, Everton have taken 10 out of 15 points on the travels. But it's 3 wins in London on the run. And 3 away wins is big for us. And if we can keep that going, then it means we'll go to most places. Listen, we saw at Anfield. And let's not forget about that derby match. It took a penalty to break us down, even with 10 men. And if we can defend as well as that, okay, today I've just bemoaned in my match reaction. 2 poor errors, I think, from our centre-backs who've been magnificent so far this season. But I think today, Branthwaite's lazy leg out there's no reason for it. The lad's running into traffic. And then obviously Tarkowski with the ducking out of something he should just head away. They've made errors today, but in general, they've been fantastic. And if we can keep that level of defending going, keep organised the way we are on our travels, then who's to say we can't end up with 6, maybe even 7 away wins? We've got 3 already, and I fancy Everton to go and give anyone a game, as long as we don't make silly errors, if that makes sense. I think the battling and scrapping for everything now, which is good, and that's what we want to see. I think away from home it really suits us. So let's hope we keep that going, because if we can then start building the home form to even just like an average level, we really will. There really won't be any issues, whatever the outcome of independent commissions. And we will be looking up. I mean, Brentford are in, at time of recording this, Brentford are 9th at the moment, and they're 2 points ahead of Everton. Now, okay, Brighton, I think Brighton have got 18 points. They're 8th. And next, I think, might have 20 points, the European spot. So we're kind of like 6 points off a European spot. I'm not getting carried away in the slightest, but I'm just saying that's how it is, the table. So we've got to try and get ourselves into that next bit. Away from home, that kind of form will definitely do that. And then the final thing I want to talk about is an extension of that, really, and that is building on top of that, building and looking up. I was listening to Kevin Thelwell. He done an interview with the Training Ground Guru, so go and give it a listen if you haven't. It's really good if you're interested. And he's talking about how we develop, how we kick on, everybody needing to get better. And I think a mindset change for us is needed as well from everybody, but that will come with winning games. Winning games cures all ills. It cures everything. And Everton start, for me, now need to be looking, and I'm talking about us as a fan base as well, need to be looking up that table. We need to be forgetting about the teams that are below us in a, not saying everything's fine, there's not a chance we'll go down, whatever, but believing that we can start moving the other way. There's a lack of quality in our squad in terms of people who put the foot on the ball. Don't think we've got anybody really who will put the foot on the ball. I was looking at Eze for them. Very much gets the ball. He's a dribbler, he's trying to make things happen. We don't have that player in our midfield. Our wingers are very similar in that, or our wide players, in that they work so hard. They both got a goal in them. Harrison is quicker than McNeil, or kind of like more direct than McNeil. McNeil has got lovely left foot and creates different space, but I think they're both similar. We don't have someone who is like a real speedster in the wide areas, or who can create something out of nothing. I don't see them in that role. And Abdoulaye Doucoure is a bit of a conundrum for us, for the simple reason that ideally in that role, just off the striker, you would have someone really creative and someone who can put the foot on the ball and score goals as well, do 2 or 3 jobs. He doesn't do that, but he does pop up with big goals for us. And therefore, the 2 midfielders, when we play the other 2, Onana, Gana, James Gana, none of them do that either. Really, Onana tries to do, but he's obviously better being destructive, and he obviously wasn't fully fit today and was withdrawn at half-time. But Everton could really do that extra little bit of quality, I think, in midfield. I know, obviously, the manager's been speaking about Dele this week. He's been speaking about Andre Gomez as well. Dele, it's up for debate whether he can get back to anything like a good Premier League footballer that we might use. If so, then he, for me, becomes a natural competition for Abdoulaye Doucoure, because he can do both jobs. He can drop into midfield, but he can also come up with a goal. Is he ever going to get that? I don't know. Who knows? But that's that fit. Andre Gomez has some of the qualities I'm talking about, but I'm just not convinced he's good enough to do that. So that's, I think, where Everton need to be looking next in that area, and obviously a wide player as well. Because I do believe if we do start looking up, we look at teams around us and we have a good baseline of, you know what you're going to get, then you add some quality and drive into that, then why not? Why can't Everton become a team like Villa, who've gone from struggling and looking like they may go? Emery's flipped them on the head and they're now doing great in Europe. They're battling again for the European places. Why not? That's got to be the aim. I'm not saying Everton could get there, certainly not this season, but you know what I'm saying. That's got to be the aim. But maybe a mindset change for us as well is to just start looking at teams around us and above us and going, right, can we claw our way back? We're going into a hugely busy and difficult December. Obviously got United in November, then we go on. There's a lot of games on this when we come back after the international break. If we're still milling around and we're close in that pack in January, then maybe the management team will be able to come up with a couple of loans or whatever that might give us that extra bit of quality. But it's good to look at it that way and not be obsessed with can we just get fourth bottom, because I think we do need to move on from that, and I think if we can change the narrative with that, we'll all feel better. I think everyone will be more confident, and I include the players in that as well. So just wonder if we can get to that bit next, but that's the challenge, I guess. Right, that is it from me. Check out all the match reaction stuff. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and have a fantastic weekend. Don't forget to subscribe to More Than a Game YouTube channel as well. We appreciate everyone who's done that so far. Lots to come on that one. The bigger that channel gets, the bigger the guests get. Everything else, we really appreciate it. But listen, thanks for taking the time to watch this. See you later.